Hello. So today we're talking about why you lose trust within the first 48 hours of making a sale, and 3 ways you can fix it. So this is a 3-step fix. So if you think about the psychology behind buying and making an investment or a purchase, the moment a client signs and pays, like, the dopamine spikes, but within the first 24 hours that's dropped. And it's something called buyer's remorse can kick in, and it's pretty self-explanatory what buyer's remorse is. They start worrying: did I hire the right person? Am I working with the right person? Have I just wasted a load of money? That kind of kicks in. Does this person know what they're doing? You know, general questions. And it's your job as the person that they have just bought from to ease that anxiety more than anything. So silence is what creates anxiety. It's a bit windy today. Silence is what creates anxiety and buyer's remorse. And if you've been silent for 48 hours to a week after the client has signed up, then you've already broken that trust, and trust is pretty much everything in business. So principle 1, the welcome shock. The idea here is to educate the client, so it's about sending them immediately, and you can automate all of this, so you don't have to, every time a client signs up, you don't have to recreate it. You can automate it, so you'd send like a roadmap of your process, how you work, sort of approximate timescales, because I understand that sometimes with client work it can be different times for different projects, but if you can't start for 3 weeks, send the document that explains that you're not starting for 3 weeks, but in the meantime this is what you'll be working on within those 3 weeks, because a lot of the time, from the client's perspective, silence is interpreted as either disorganisation or lack of trust and lack of process. So you fill in the silence with these things. You can also, principle 2 is kind of setting the rules of engagement. So I've mentioned it in the past, where it can be that you've had a communication from a client, they've made a request, but you can't find that request. So you vaguely remember the conversation, or you vaguely remember the message popping up, but you don't know when it was, where it was, and what they actually asked for. And then the liability falls on you, because the expense is on you. So if you set boundaries, so educate the client on how you communicate. It can be that you only communicate via email, and it might be because you're doing work, you only check your emails at 11 a.m. every day and 4 p.m. every day. I find this really helps me to stay organised, because I'm checking emails, nothing gets missed, but I'm not in my emails all day, and that little alert isn't constantly popping up because I've closed my emails down. But if you let them know, we don't text, that's not how we communicate, we don't do unscheduled calls, we use this portal, we communicate this way, and this will benefit the project and avoid mistakes, and the client doesn't want mistakes, so they will follow those rules. You're also protecting your time there as well, so that's something important to go through. And something that I find a lot of clients really like is principle 3. So principle 3 is, they won't like the name of it, so don't call it this, but it's like giving the client some homework. It's nice because they feel involved in it. So for me, I will send out a form asking them some questions about the business, their preferred outcome, how they want things to look, things like that. You can do it manually, you can send them emails, but consistency with this is key. So making sure that everybody is part of your onboarding process and everybody gets this, because then obviously it will help. It's not giving them homework for the sake of giving them homework, it's giving them something that will benefit the job and the outcome. So in the business OS, the business operating system, this happens automatically. The second the contract is signed, they get the welcome guide, they get the next steps, and they get the homework, which can be sent at 2 o'clock in the morning if that's when they pay the invoice. That's the joy of the automation world. It can just go at any time. I don't have to be at my desk. I don't have to be in work. It can just go. And whether you automate it or not, it's got to go out. So for me, and this is kind of like that, it's like an energy thing. It's, if you know that you've got something to send, it will keep me up at night, because it's like an unfinished job. Whereas if you just automate it, it's not in your space at all, so you don't have to worry about it. So that's my 3-step fix. If you want any information on how you can install it into your business, I talk about the business operating system all the time. That is my operating system. I call it the Business OS. You can check it out if you want at businessos.co.uk. And I'm also offering audits for your business at the minute. So if there's something that's a bottleneck, something that's bugging you, something that wakes you up at 3 o'clock in the morning because you know you've not done it, give me a shout. The calendar will be on the businessos.co.uk. Book in for an audit, or come to my webinar on the 4th of February at 10 AM UK time. It's all about fixing these things within your business. There won't be any tech, but it will be advising you on how you can do it and where you can get these solutions. So I'd love to see you there, and yeah, see you on the 4th.